Hello and welcome to What the F*** Just Happened Today, your essential guide to the daily shock and awe in national politics. I'm Joe Amditis. Let's get to it. It's Monday, November 27th, 2023. Welcome to day 1042. Joe Biden will not attend the UN Climate Summit in Dubai, which draws leaders from nearly 200 countries. The White House said it would send a climate envoy, including John Kerry, Ali Zaidi, and John Podesta. But while Biden has called climate change the ultimate threat to humanity, it's still unclear why he plans to skip the annual COP28 after attending the previous two summits. Meanwhile, the United Arab Emirates, the world's fifth largest oil producer, is hosting the climate summit this year, and leaked documents show that the UAE plans to use its position as the host country to discuss oil and gas deals with more than a dozen countries. Meanwhile, Israel and Hamas agreed to extend their humanitarian pause in the fighting for 2 more days. So far, Hamas has released 69 hostages in exchange for 150 women and children that Israel has been holding as hostages. Under the terms of the agreement, the pause could be extended by a day for every additional 10 hostages released by Hamas. Around 170 hostages taken in the Hamas-led attacks on October 7th remain in captivity in Gaza, and the Israeli bombardment of the Gaza Strip has now killed at least 13,000 people and created a humanitarian disaster for Gaza's 2.2 million residents. Moving on, Trump revived his threat to roll back the Affordable Care Act if he manages to make it back to the White House, saying that he's seriously looking at alternatives. After trying and failing to repeal the ACA, Republicans have effectively given up on their calls to kill Obamacare, and according to a recent poll, 45% of voters say they trust Democrats when it comes to health care, while 22% say they trust Republicans. In 2017, 22% of Americans supported the Republican effort to repeal and replace the ACA, which ultimately failed, while 55% opposed it. Still, Trump criticized Republicans who voted not to terminate it in 2017 and vowed to not give up. And finally, Representative George Santos expects to be expelled from Congress as early as this week following the release of a House Ethics Committee report which found substantial evidence that he knowingly filed false campaign finance statements and used campaign funds to pay for personal expenses such as rent, luxury items, cosmetic treatments like Botox, and a subscription to the adult content website OnlyFans. In a 3-hour-long live stream, Santos described the report as slanderous and accused Ethics Committee Chairman Michael Guest of weaponizing his position and publishing a hit piece against him. Santos currently faces 23 federal charges in his ongoing criminal case, including fraud, money laundering, falsifying records, and aggravated identity theft. That's all for now. You can find the links and sources for all of these stories on the main website. And as always, visit whatthefjusthappenedtoday.com for the latest news and headlines. Until next time, I'm Joe Amditis.